Good afternoon, participants. Now we are having our keynote speaker, Mr. Yogendra Srivatsava, for this session. Welcome you, sir. Let me introduce Mr. Yogendra Srivatsava for this session. Sir. Mr. Yogendra Srivatsava is qualified as a BTech and MBA. Recently, the founder director of VSD Enterprises, also known as VSD 3D Systems. And VSD 3D is a Hyderabad-based organization providing customer-specific solutions in additive manufacturing and reverse engineering. He founded VSD. He founded VSD 3D in the fag end of 2017 with an aim to provide best solutions to the AIM and RE market. He has delivered lectures at NIT Warangal, NIT Silchar, University College of Engineering, Osmania University, VNR Vijnana Jyoti Institute of Technology, and many other institutions of repute. He has been elemental in providing solutions to industries such as automotive, research and education, aerospace and defense, heavy engineering. So,
that slide is not visible. Can you change?
just a minute. Oh, sorry. Let me share it.
Yeah.
I hope it is visible.
Yeah.
Let me introduce him once again. Mr. Yogendra Srivatsava is qualified as a BTech and MBA. Presently, the founder director of VSD Enterprises, also known as VSD 3D Systems. VSD 3D is a Hyderabad-based organization providing customer-specific solutions in additive manufacturing and reverse engineering. He founded VSD 3D in the fag end of 2017 with an aim to provide best solutions to the AM and RE market. He has delivered lectures in NIT Warangal, NIT Silchar, University College of Engineering, Osmania University, VNR Vijnana Jyoti Institute of Technology, and many other institutions of repute. He has been elemental in providing solutions to industries such as automotive, research and education, aerospace and defense, heavy engineering, medical and dental industries in effectively utilizing additive solutions and transforming their businesses. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our proposal. Sir, let the session hand over to you. Yes, sir. Let me make.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
For your brief introduction. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon to one and all. I'm Yogendra here from VSD Enterprises.
Sir, I hope you got the privileges to share the screen.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Now is it visible, sir? Is it
yes,
fine?
sir. Yes, sir. It's audible. Visible and audible. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much to the team of NIT Warangal, Vairavi Kumar sir, Manjaya sir, and all the faculty members who thought to invite me for this Atal program conducted by NIT Warangal. And I thank each and every one of the organizers in putting their efforts to bring this to success. Very good afternoon to all the participants. Today in the Advanced Medical 3D Printing FDP, we are going to look over two major things. One is medical imaging to 3D printing using the D2P software, a D2P workflow basically, and also binder jetting for medical additive manufacturing. So we will look into these topics today. I will be speaking about them and sharing you my knowledges and my understanding from the market on them. So moving ahead about VSD 3D, as sir rightly said, it was established in the second half or the fag end of 2017. Our main aim was to deliver value to the design, prototyping, manufacturing industries to bring in their expertise to cater the Indian market with advanced technologies. And keeping that in mind, we have presently been partnered with Desktop Metal, which introduces bound metal deposition and binder jetting systems in India, and recently acquired X1, one of the world's largest binder jetting companies. And apart from that, we are also distributors to Citus KBE, and recently we have joined hands with Materialize Software. So this is a brief about our organization, and these are few of our customers. Our clientele whom we serve and we work with. And what is medical imaging? We use there is a software from every company has their own software for converting a DICOM to a printable format, which is the basic communication of medical imaging with the 3D printing technology. So the company called as 3D Systems, they came up with this software called as D2P software, that is DICOM to print. Basically, they have designed a standalone modular software package that is designed to address and consolidate all 3D model preparation steps into one workstation. The software relies on unique automatic segmentation tools that minimize the efforts and time associated with the creation of patient-specific model. Now, in the modern medical industry, everyone is looking at easing and also avoiding surprises during the operation. So for these kind of applications, medical imaging in collaboration with 3D printing is a uh, very good combination to solve the problems beforehand, and also to keep a complete understanding in front of the doctor of what is there inside the human body. As you know, human body is one of the largest mechanical equipment and the most complex mechanical equipment which you can find on Mother Earth. So to solve the problems, we started using D2P software as one of the most supportive tools for this medical imaging. And the best part is D2P is a cleared medical device intended for pre-operative surgical planning and the production of 3D printed anatomic models for diagnostic purposes. And also, while D2P will export digital files compatible with 3D printers for most manufacturers, the combination of D2P and 3D system printers offers a 510K cleared solution that allows users to 3D print diagnostically quality models when printed using selected materials. So this is a FDA clearance which has been given to D2P software, that is called the 510K clearance for being utilized as a medical device. Now, coming to the salient features of this software, D2P is basically an advanced visualization solution for the creation of patient-specific anatomic models from DICOM data. DICOM data is usually the data which comes from any CT scan or any MRI or any CBCT scan, basically. Combining ease of use with a unique intelligent tool set, D2P has embraced the world leading medical devices companies and hospitals to speed their adoption of 3D printing. Now, what it does, what are the salient features? The basic salient features are deep learning technology has been used for automatic segmentation of DICOM files. Till date, the DICOM file segmentation was a huge task for any user to do at his or her end. But with the introduction of deep learning, the D2P software has allowed to basically do a automatic segmentation according to the user's requirement. And the same, like said earlier, it is FDA clearance for diagnostically quality 3D printed anatomic models, and it automatic exports models into IGS format, and also it helps in virtual reality. Now, when patients are looking to see the models in the doctors are looking to see the patient's data in virtual reality, this is a software which can help you after doing the segmentation and giving you each part of the human body or the area which has been scanned in a different color to give you a virtual environment to understand what the basic body structure is and what has happened to the patient. So this becomes very intuitive in the modern day medical science. Now, how do they do automatic segmentation using deep learning? Now, D2P uses deep learning technology to automatically segment. If you can see in this picture, this is the CT scan data, and the automatic segmentation happens by just few inputs from the user. So which actually takes a couple of hours for any person to do in the existing software, and due to which there is the process happens in very less time and with less manual efforts. And also they have different modules for different uh, kind of customers. Like craniomaxillofacial module is available for the convenience of customers who are working in craniomaxillofacial arena, CMF arena, maybe the dental or the dental segment doctors. And then uh, with their 3D printing offerings, they provide biocompatible materials and also sterilizable materials. So it becomes a complete mix of approved software along with the approved 3D printing technology. So when you go for converting a medical data into a physical model, you can be rest assured that every data that you're converting and the process and procedure followed into it is a FDA approved process. And also during the printing processes are also of 3D systems are also approved by FDA. So it's a complete process which has been approved. So this gives a very easy way of working for the doctors and the medical industry to understand whether how safe and how easy it is to work with these kind of tools. So basically, like we spoke about that, it gives you IGS exporting. Very this software eases the work in so much that a CT scan data after mesh modeling and segmentation can directly be taken into SolidWorks as a IGS file, where you can treat it as a mechanical object and design your implants, design check the tumors, and various activities can be done on these anatomical models. So it brings it actually covers the gap between the data which is in DICOM to the data which has to be into a CAD environment. Now, because of this IGS export, they are able to do the sharing of the data with least data loss or least data loss into their technology framework. So with this, they assure about 98 to 99% of the data is moved to the SolidWorks IGS model. And coming to the workflow, like the workflow of D2P, it starts with, like as said before, it starts with a DICOM file, which moves to the D2P. Now, from there, you decide whether you want to go for designing, printing, or you want to take it into VR. So this software gives you 3 types of options after taking the data, and also helps you in assisting you in the surgery. Basically, it has one creation suite to support all model preparations, and it is ideal for pre-operative surgical planning. Supports various imaging modalities like CT, MRI, and CBCT. So it gives you an exact understanding of how the suppose a brain cross section would look like in a real model. So that can be very easily depicted and copied using this software. You can convert them into a proper CAD model and take it for 3D printing. And you also have intuitive editing tools in this, including auto model coloration. Like every part, if you take a cancer patient's cross section, you would like to color the tumor in a different color than the bones and the tissues. So every part of the body, whether it's a tissue or the bone or the tumor, can be colored with different, can be given different colors. So this also can happen automatically because the software recognizes which is a soft tissue and which is a bone, and also with minimal manual intervention, it can judge all these things and give you the exact output. So we will just go for a small workflow understanding of how D2P works. I hope you can hear the sound.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, let me speak. So patient scan data is taken as a raw DICOM images and are loaded into D2P for 3D reconstruction. So in this video, now you can see that it has automatically done the coloration of the areas. I'll play it again. Sorry for the disturbance.
Can you stands for?
So here you can see that the data which was imported has been auto-colored automatically, which in various other softwares you will have to do it manually, which may give you human errors basically. So as you can see, by just few clicks, you are able to adjust the cross section and take out the exact cross section what is required for your surgery planning and various other activities. So this can, and the segmentation, as you've seen, it is done within few minutes itself. So as you can see, he has very seamlessly taken the complete DICOM file and the area was segmented very easily. And then they have moved it to virtual reality where they can do their all activities of understanding the complete segment of that uh, part which was CT scanned. Now, this very intuitive software is so intuitive that you are able to just go for the printing of a 3D model from the software itself, because it comes from the 3D systems family. It can interact with the printers of the 3D systems very easily. So you're just with one click of the button, you are able to import the model, which was into an STL and start printing, and also into VRML, where you have the complete color model to print for surgical planning. So this was very cumbersome few years back, where people used to spend hours together in coloration and various other activities, or people used to go with single color models, and then the doctors had used to face a hard time in doing the surgical planning. So this has eased a lot of the work of the doctors. So this was the complete workflow of how D2P actually works, and how it eases a job of a mechanical engineer when he's interacting with a doctor, and it eases the work of a doctor when he gets the output from a software like this. So D2P is one of the new age softwares developed by 3D Systems on the Geomagic DesignX platform, and they have brought this work to the customers, and it has been adopted by various hospitals and universities and research institutes for education, and as well as for surgical planning. So this is all about DICOM to printing, how it is done in D2P software. And now we'll be moving on to the my next topic, that is binder jetting in additive manufacturing, in medical additive manufacturing, basically. So binder jetting or single pass jetting is a family, is a part of the family of additive manufacturing processes. In binder jetting, binder is basically selectively deposited onto the powder bed and bounding these the areas together to form a solid part. Here also the process which is followed is again one layer at a time. The part is bound with the binders. So this technology was introduced by X1 or extrusion one team, and now they are also being now you are able to process metals, sands, and ceramics that come in granular form, mostly that is MIM powders, which are very close to binder jetting powders, and it is one of the ideal solutions for dental labs and medical 3D printing labs in India. Why? We will be seeing that in my presentation. And basically binder jetting gives you an advantage of using both metals and ceramic for 3D printing with more than 98% density in the final parts. So this is of very important, because when you consider implants and various other dental or medical models which go into the human body, the density and the porosity defines how good the part is. So desktop metals binder jetting offers a quite range of machines. We will be looking into it. What is the present scenario? In present scenario, dental labs all over India are using laser powder bed fusion technology. Now, because it's a laser powder bed fusion technology, in this technology, people are making crowns, bridges, and dental implants to an extent. lower spatial and upper spatial also. Now, if you can see in this picture, you can see the crowns and the bridges are actually fixed to the build plate. Now, in the LPBF laser powder bed fusion technology, it's not only about 3D printing of the part. It's also about after 3D printing, you have a lot of post processing that needs to be done very efficiently by the engineers available, and which the dental industry is lacking of. So here you will have to use a bandsaw or a wire cut EDM to remove the parts from the build platform and then start your finishing after removing the support material. So this takes a lot of time of the users as well as of the users of the machine, and due to which the turnaround time to the hospitals and the dental clinics is very high. Now, by a brief analysis, each lab runs around 3 to 4 cycles with 75 to 90 crowns in a single build. Now, crowns in the sense it also covers bridges. We consider each tooth as a in the bridge also as a crown. So it is like it takes 3 to 4 cycles a day of 75 to 90 crowns. That means 3 cycles. If you catch of 90 crowns, it is 270 crowns a day. So close to 300 crowns a day when you are printing. Each cycle time takes around 4 hours to 5 hours. So that is 12 hours to 15 hours of machine working time, as well as the human energy is required there, because the person has to wait for every 4 hours to start his post processing activity, and every 1 hour or 2 hour he has to make the build platform ready for the machine. So this becomes tiresome for the human, and that is why the time taken is also very high. Not only the 4 5 hours of printing, another 4 hours will be required for your post processing. So because it is very less productive to use these technologies because of the time consumption. But yes, laser powder bed fusion was one of the first technologies to be introduced to this industry in India, so they started working on them. But with to solve the problems of this scenario in terms of time and in terms of energy which is put in by a human, we suggest now binder jetting has brought a very good solution to the customers, wherein the binder jetting technology not only prints in metals, also prints in ceramics. So you have both the options in a single machine, which you get, where you can also print zirconia and also print in metals like cobalt, chrome, or titanium. Now, the best part in a binder jetting technology is there are no supports in the whole build volume. So because of which you can stack very easily in the Z direction, and because of this stacking, your number of runs of the 3D printer will come down to 1 run instead of 3 to 4 cycles a day. So because of no because the powder here itself gives the support to the parts, you don't need any support structure, and because of which your post processing becomes very hassle free, and least human intervention is required in the post processing. And here you don't have any support removal process. Basically, you just have the debinding and sintering process that you have to go through in this technology when compared to LPBF. So because of which the time consumed is not is way lesser to what you actually use in LPBF technology. Now, what are the advantages of using this technology is that if you go for mid-volume productions and all, this is the best suited technology, because laser powder bed fusion in a single cycle can print only few hundred parts. But when you move to binder jetting, you can go from 100 to 1,000 parts in a single build. Like I told you in my previous slide, were making around 300 tools in 3 cycles. That is 100 each cycle a day. But here you can make all the 300 in a single go. So that gives you a bigger advantage and also less hassle in terms of handling the parts and various other activities. Now, this gives you a biggest advantage here is there is no support removal, because of which the number of cycles you can do in one go is very high. So here you can see the scale of production. If you increase the scale of production, you can go up to 10,000 to 100,000 parts a day. That kind of mid-volume production can be done using these machines. So seeing the present dental scenario and present arena market, how it is working, this is one of the best technologies suited for dental and medical 3D printing. And what are the materials which are used most commonly in binder jetting is SS316L, COCR under FDA approval, alumina and zirconia are already there, and also titanium has just been included in the X1's portfolio. So this technology will help you in processing almost all the materials available for any implant or for any dental crown or bridge. So you can do both the jobs in a single printer. Also, you can make your zirconia copings in this same printer, and you can work around. So the cost of total cost of ownership also goes down for a dental lab where they don't have to buy multiple machines, where they presently have existing zirconia milling and also a metal 3D printer. So instead of buying 2 machines, you can invest in 1 machine and you can increase your productivity. Also, you can increase the turnaround. You can decrease the turnaround time and have a better satisfaction, customer satisfaction, because here we provide you parts which are 98% dense. So these are the basic materials in binder jetting, and this is the advantage of using the binder jetting technology for medical 3D printing purposes. I will just take you now through a brief portfolio of what we are doing and what we sell. And we are tied up with Desktop Metal. So our solutions from Desktop Metal comes with a fiber 3D printer, which has fiber HT and LT series, which is used for mainly PEEK and PEC with fibers such as carbon fiber and fiberglass. And also we will be introducing the medical grade PEEK also shortly in this printer. So here you can go up to tensile strengths up to 2400 MPa. I know that is of no use in medical 3D printing, but yes, we do that. And other Desktop Metal solution is the Studio System, where we are here now very easily able to do materials like TI64, SS316L, 17-4PH, H13, and copper also. And with a bigger build volume of 300 by 200 by 200. Shop System, which I was speaking all throughout, was the binder jetting system. Now this binder jetting system gives you a huge build volume. It has 4 build boxes, 4 different sizes of build boxes, wherein your build volume ranges from 350 by 220 to 50 mm, and in the Z it keeps increasing to 200 mm. So for a dental lab or a medical implants manufacturer, this is one of the ideal solutions, because here you get 10x faster speed than laser powder bed fusion with 1600 and 1600 DPI accuracy, and also a bigger build volume. That means you can print more parts effortlessly and faster than your competitors. So these are our production systems, which we use for high level production in terms of more than 1,000, 10,000 parts. And this is P50 system, which goes for bidirectional single pass jetting technology, wherein this is almost 100 times faster than a laser powder bed fusion. But yes, this will be going for large labs or very huge labs which are working in pan India and also all over the world, providing the services. So for them, this is one of the ideal solutions. So our solutions also include the X1 solutions, where we have X1 160 Pro, 125 Pro, and Innovent series of machines, where here you are able to do sand, ceramics, composites, and metals. Composites in the terms of metal composites, and metals like 17-4PH, 316L, aluminum, cobalt chrome, and titanium also. And our other solution comes from Citus KBE, which is a software productivity toolkit as a plugin for NXCAD. So I would not go more on this, but I would like to finish my presentation saying that using the modern day technologies like D2P software and also the binder jetting technologies, any medical 3D printing service bureau can adopt these technologies to have a faster turnaround time and have a better accuracy and understanding of the complete workflow, and service their customers at ease with these technologies. This is what I would like to put forth to all the participants here. Thank you. And if anybody would have any questions, you can go ahead with your questions. We have 10 to 15 minutes left. Any questions? Hello.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thanks for such a wonderful session, which was giving a brief idea about advanced medical 3D printings, which is of use of D2P software and also binder jetting.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So, participants, if you have any queries, please either post it in a chat box or you can unmute and ask Srivatsa, sir.
I think there are not many questions from the participants end.
Sir, Mr.
Rishikant
Rishikant,
has
sir,
a question.
asking about, sir, any DICOM specifications are there?
See, DICOM file specifications, generally we recommend customers to go for a CT 4K scan, basically, so that the DICOM quality is also very high. That is what we recommend. But there are no any specific specifications for the DICOM files. Slice thickness and number of slices, that can be decided by the user who is utilizing the D2P software, basically. So what you can do is you can put how many slices you require, and you can define the slice thickness in the software itself, in the D2P software. I hope I have answered, Rishikant. Manjay sir and Shivang Tyagi sir, I hope there are no more questions from the participants.
Yes, sir, maybe.
I hope I can conclude my session here, and we can wait for the other speaker to join in.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much, every one of you, for patiently listening to my presentation and also asking your desired questions. Thank you very much. Thank you to the NIT Warangal team for organizing such a good seminar. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
we are very much thankful for your seminar, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.